Hey, what's happening? This is Casa De Rodriguez, host of the Destination podcast, where I cater to the professional working man, 40 and above, who's looking to make positive changes to his health, lose weight, and become stronger overall through simple lifestyle changes. I'm here to share inspiration, tips, and proven lessons that I've personally learned and lived through in my 40 plus years on this here beautiful blue planet. And hey, listen, your health and fitness goals are easier to achieve than you might think. First and foremost, it's all about getting your mind straight right from the get-go. And so I've got a freebie for you called the 10 Destination Mind Hacks that'll help you whip your mind into shape so that you can turn around and whip your body into shape. If that sounds good to you, then get on over to podcast.destination.com/mindhacks right now and get your freebie today and start using these 10 hacks to exercise consistently and create the real and lasting results that you're truly after and that you absolutely deserve. That's podcast.destination.com/mindhacks. Again, that's podcast.destination.com/mindhacks. Be in the know starting right now. And so with all that being said, let's get right into the show. All right. Hope you guys are doing awesome. How are you guys doing? It's been a really long time since I've come on the airwaves and recorded a podcast episode for you all. And, I haven't forgotten about you all, guys. So basically, I think the last time we spoke, I was talking about how, we're moving from one apartment to a bigger apartment that's like, 3 times the size. And so, man, that whole transition took a lot more than we originally anticipated. And then on top of that, we decided, that we needed to, that we're going to start putting together the website, a paid membership website for my wife's business. So she does, I think I've mentioned in the past that, she does personal training and group fitness classes online, things like that. And so I had to put the podcast on hold for a couple of months so that we can build all that out. So now it's all built out. It is ready to go. It is actually live. If you want to take a peek over there to see what we've been working on for the past, almost 4 or 5 months now. You can find that at missironmomfitness.com. MISSIRONMOMFITNESS. missironmomfitness.com. Go ahead, check that out, see what it's all about, create yourself a little account, and so that you can see all the the back end. I'm not going to say freebies. There are a couple of things there that you can see, but you'll see everything that we've actually been working on and putting together. So there's a lot. We had to record some videos, edit them, upload them, build the actual website itself, and all the components and whatnot. So that's been a pretty interesting task there, that we've been working on. But aside from that, everything is great, We're rolling right into the holidays. So I don't know. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We had a blessed Thanksgiving over here with it was quiet just with the family. So we enjoyed it a lot. So hopefully, you guys did too. Hopefully, you all had a great Thanksgiving and you're rolling in to the, the Christmas holiday just as festive. But that's what's been going on at Casa De Rodriguez. And I don't know if you guys have heard, there's been a development, I suppose. There's an actual scientific link has been made between the consumption of sugar and things like diabetes and what was the other one? It was pretty cool research that I came across literally within the past couple of days. I caught a headline basically on Flipboard. So I have, a Flipboard stream that kind of where I just kind of go to for some inspiration at times. And, it caught my eye. So, I mean, obviously I don't take it at face value. So I had to go back and do a little research and just, I think I've mentioned this before. I trust, but you need to verify. So yeah, I saw the headline. It piqued my interest, but I had to verify. So I wanted to make sure that what they were saying was true. And in fact, there has been a link found between sugar consumption and diabetes and things like that. Like, so we all kind of knew this, but there was no concrete evidence. Now they have numbers. Now they have scientific proof, basically, that it does, in fact, affect your blood sugar levels in a way that we all kind of knew. But again, now it's like, there's the data. It's irrefutable now. If you're interested, I can get you that information. I can get you the link and the study and all that stuff. Just drop me a message and I'll get that out to you ASAP. But yeah, let's move on to the meat and potatoes, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know my life is pretty interesting, but that's not what you're here for, right? But yeah, on this week's installment of Meat and Potatoes, we're talking about the 7 hidden benefits of deadlifts. So this is a good one. I love deadlifts, to be honest with you. They're basically, the deadlifts are one of the best exercises you can do for your entire body. In fact, they're actually a staple of most strength training programs, and it's one of the 3 lifts performed in the sport of powerlifting. So we're not talking about just lifting heavy weight. The actual sport of powerlifting, like like what you see on the Olympics, like that is one of the main lifts that they perform. So if you've never done them before, then you're, I have to say that you're missing out on one of the best core and upper body exercises around, and now the reason that deadlifts are so effective is because, they target your entire body, your legs, your back, your chest, shoulders, arms, you name it. It pretty much, it covers it all. You'll get stronger, more stable, leaner, all while improving your posture, flexibility, your core strength. I mean, it's so versatile. Like, there's so much that there's so many benefits that the deadlift can give you, that it provides, and it's just, why you're not doing it. Well, I guess that's another story for another episodes. Because really deadlifts can be done by using all sorts of training tools, but one of the most common options is the barbell. That's the one that you see the most. They're a great exercise for everyone and their mother. No, really, like they can literally be done by anyone from beginners all the way up to advanced lifters. And even though, they're most commonly done with a barbell and weights, as I mentioned, like that is the common, or the way it's done mostly. You could still totally do them with or without weights. It's really up to you and what your workout goals are calling for, like what it is that you're after, and what you're trying to accomplish, like those goals that you're after. So, every day there's more and more data that comes out that shows the effectiveness of using the deadlift for different fitness and performance goals. And, we're not just talking about pro athletes. Like, this is equally true for the general population. Like, so Mr. Joe Schmo right up to myself and, LeBron James. Deadlifts are a cornerstone, like I said, of the powerlifting and strongman sports, things like that. It's what these sports, like, it's what they're built on, but recently they've gotten to be quite a popular exercise for those people who are looking to be, to build strength and improve their overall fitness, So, like, the beauty of the deadlift is that it offers so many variations. There's so many ways that you can do a deadlift. So, you can easily find a home for it in any of your workouts. You have your traditional deadlift, like I mentioned earlier, with a barbell and weights, but these different variations that you can do, like you get different yet related benefits. So that being said, let's take a look at the benefits of the deadlift. Like, what are the actual benefits, the tangible, like how can you use them to build your strength and your overall performance? Like, that's what we're going to talk about right now. So the first benefit, the first hidden benefit, as I called them, as I labeled them, because these are benefits that people generally don't consider. They always think of you're lifting weights, you're putting on muscle, and that's true. That is definitely true. But there are these 7 hidden benefits that people usually don't think about, or maybe they know about, but they don't give them enough emphasis when they're planning out their workouts, basically. So again, the first benefit is that deadlifts, they activate your hip extensors. So deadlifts are they're one of the best exercises for training your hip extensors. These are like more commonly known as your glutes and your hamstrings. So if you're wondering what I mean by hip extensors, that's what we're talking about: glutes and your hamstrings primarily. So these are commonly targeted muscles in so many fitness programs, and it's for one reason, because of their functional use and aesthetic appeal. Okay, maybe 2 reasons. But get this. There's actual research that says that deadlifts are way better at building these muscles than squats. Can you believe that? I'm serious. There's actual research data that says that, and that's not to say they're better than squats. Period. Like that's not what we're saying here. We're just mentioning that if you're looking to hit your glutes and hammies, or both, like if you're looking to hit them hard, then you'll want to start deadlifting and stop squatting so much in the gym. Mind you, gotta take a break or a pause and iterate that squats have, they have different benefits than deadlifts, and they're also an important exercise when you're considering a well-rounded fitness routine. I don't want to diminish the effectiveness of squats. Like, they're still a tremendous exercise, but again, they have different benefits from deadlifts. And they're still important, super important for that well-rounded, that overall fitness routine. So you should get them into your routine either way. But that being said, if you're looking to hit your the hip extensors, aka the glutes, the hammies, then look no further, baby. Deadlifts are what you're looking for. The second hidden benefit is that they reduce lower back pain. So you want to lower your back pain? Well, believe it or not, this is a great exercise to make that happen, And if you think, how many people complain about pain in their lower back, like, think about that in your day, all your friends, your buddies, your family. Has anyone complained about lower back pain? Anyone at all? Think about that. Like, they say things like they think that they need like painkillers or topical creams. You can see where my head is right now in the winter months here. They say they think they need CBD, you name it. But what most of them need is basically a stronger lower back. And wouldn't you know that deadlifts can help strengthen your lower back? Now, I'm not saying that it alleviate all lower back pain. I'm just saying that lots of people complain about it from the couch while they're watching Netflix for 4 hours, straight, after working a full 8 to 10 hours at a computer. Yeah. I wonder why you have lower back pain, buddy. Drop the Roku remote, pick up a barbell instead, and, do some deadlifts. And let me tell you, I say that with all the love in the world, fellas. I do. I really do. But, come on, let's be real here, And again, I'm not saying that It'll help with every lower backache. That's not what we're saying here, but it's a good place to start for sure, strengthening your back. And if you're, still having pain, then hey, talk to your trainer. Make sure that the workout that you're doing is helping and not hurting you, And if you still are having pain, you still feel that, then go talk to your doctor, because then, you're kind of doing the right things. But if you still have a pain, maybe there's like a pinched nerve, maybe there's something else going on. You need to talk to a doctor, buddy, And how about hidden benefit number 3, how they improve your jump performance? That's, a lot of people don't know this, but jumping, that physical activity of jumping, it's a critical skill for a lot of different athletic and recreational activities. Your jumping ability can usually tell a lot. It could tell me a lot about the overall development of your lower body. So, if you can't jump all that high or continuously hop for longer than a few hops, then let me be the one to tell you that you need to work on your lower body strength, my friend. And guess what? What we're talking about here, these deadlifts, they're a great way to get that lower, that power into your legs. It's not the only way, but it's one of the most important ways of building that strength into your legs. Not only that, but you'll see and feel that extra power when you do other things throughout your day. Not just jumping, but squatting and dancing and walking upstairs, things like that. They all start getting easier, because think about it, as your legs get stronger and stronger, those little minor insignificant type of everyday movements, they're not challenging more, they're not as challenging, I should say, as they were before. They won't be, they're not going to challenge you anymore, period, because your legs are getting stronger. So as your legs get stronger, you'll be able to run faster, or, at least longer, or you'll be able to, for someone like me, you'll be able to easily get up off the floor when your 2-year-old grabs your Roku remote and runs up the stairs and hides it in a closet and starts laughing at you, or is that just me, I think you get the point, right? Deadlifts are among the most effective strength training exercises for improving maximal jump performance. Period. That's what we're talking about. There's research behind this, fellas. It's a real thing, And here's one you should really keep in mind if you're, if for no other reason than the fact that a fountain of youth has not been found, nor has Elon Musk engineered it yet. And it's point number 4 is that deadlifts improve bone mineral density. So you've probably heard this before, as we grow older, we naturally tend to lose bone density, that bone mineral density. So I'm sorry to say this, but there's no way around it, well, again, not until Elon invents a fountain of youth, or maybe even a time machine, but then, we'll be caught up in maybe an endless loop as we age and then jump into the time machine and reverse time. But that being said, we're not there yet, so this bone loss, again, it's a common effect of aging, and it's a major health issue for older adults, So, if you lose too much bone density, then we're talking about things like osteoporosis. That's pretty much the number one thing that comes up with this loss of bone density. This is the main reason why so many older adults end up fracturing a hip from a simple trip and fall type of accident. And these minor fracture type injuries, they lead to a snowball effect of ongoing physical health problems that are related to the loss of mobility, which comes back to this bone density loss, So fortunately, though, there's a lot of research that says that if you add resistance training to your daily routine, then the research shows that it'll slow down or even reverse the loss of bone density due to age. So that loss that you in your bones, that density that you lose just by existing, just by living, just by getting older, at worst, it's going to slow it down. And at best, it may reverse that loss of bone density. And what did you know? That deadlifts are among the exercises that they highly recommend. I emphasize that, highly, because here's the thing. The key to increasing your bone mineral density is performing weight-bearing exercises where, you're looking to load the whole body with external resistance. That's exactly what deadlifts are. Your entire body is taking on the weight, and since deadlifts hit the hip area so well, that part of the body becomes particularly strong and a lot less prone to fractures or injury. So if you do deadlifts along with other resistance exercises like squats and bench press, then this can be, I sometimes refer to that like the Holy Trinity. I don't know. I like that term, Holy Trinity. You throw the holy in there and Trinity just kind of sounds cool, probably because my affinity to the Matrix, but that's besides the point. But you do these, the deadlifts along with squats and bench press, and this can really be an effective way to reduce or reverse age-related loss in your bones. So there you go, and now moving on to the fifth hidden benefit of deadlifts, we have the fact that it activates your core. That is a fact, my friends. So simply put, deadlifts activate your core muscles, and training your core and the trunk muscles is a key component to a well-rounded fitness program. So that term, well-rounded fitness program, have you noticed that it keeps coming up? There's a reason for that, because again, these deadlifts hit so many areas of your body. There's so many benefits from it. And the real thing here is that with this one about the whole activating the core is that if you're not hitting your core in some way every workout, then that workout isn't as efficient or well-rounded as it could be. It's missing something. Kind of like when you eat your favorite plate of food at your favorite restaurant. Think about it. Like you sit down, everything is perfect. You order your favorite dish. The dish comes out just as it normally does, but there's a new chef in town and you're not aware of this. You know what I mean? You eat your dish and then you think to yourself, you're like, man, that was satisfying. And this is the dish that I normally get. But there was something missing. I don't know if you ever had that, if you've ever been there. I don't know if you've ever been there and you know what I'm saying, but that's how it is when your workout doesn't hit your core muscles at all, And it might be a great workout overall, but there's a little something missing. And even though there's lots of exercises that train your core, there's research that shows that deadlifts and other free weight exercises are, in fact, an effective way to activate and strengthen the muscles that stabilize your spine. So that's all your trunk muscles. So we're talking about muscles like the external obliques, because you have them on both sides. The rectus abdominis, the erector spinae. Full disclosure, I learned about these specific muscles at the fitness convention in Vegas this past summer. It was fascinating how they broke everything down. And I told you I'd be bringing you some good stuff in the coming months. So there's more to come, baby. So stay tuned. But anyway, moving on, we have the hidden benefit number 6, which is deadlifts boost your metabolism. So let's face it, as much as we don't like to admit it, weight loss is generally the goal of many, if not most, fitness programs. Because, think about it. If, how many diseases or conditions can you control or even overcome, like simply by maintaining a healthy weight? And now think about how often have you ever heard someone complaining about being underweight? These skinny jeans are fitting me like a hip hop group from the 90s. I need to eat some more shit. No, it doesn't happen like that. Like those skinny jeans are never going to be loose on you. You know what I'm saying? Well, I shouldn't say that actually. What I should say is that it doesn't happen very often. I'm not dismissing people that have thyroid issues that truly have a problem maintaining weight. That's not what we're talking about here. That's a totally different story, and it's one that can also be controlled or assisted is probably a better word. That condition could potentially be assisted or supported through weight training, which is up to and including deadlifts. So, but back to your metabolism, successfully losing weight, particularly through losing body fat, it requires you to burn more calories calories than what you consume in any given period of time. It's just, it's that simple. It's a simple calorie in or calories in versus calories out scenario. And yes, we can get all technical and talk about tracking your macros and things like that, but we're simply talking about your metabolism. So traditional weight loss programs, they combine diet to reduce calorie intake and exercise to increase your calorie burning. And wouldn't you know that when it comes to effectively increasing your metabolism through movement, there are studies, again, that show that resistance training with exercises like the deadlift may be some of the most efficient ways to increase calorie burn. Think about that. The emphasis on the word efficient, because when you add in the deadlift to your routine, when you add that in, what ends up happening is that you end up spending less time training in the gym because of the amount of energy that you expend while doing the deadlift, So, me in efficiency, if I can bust out a 30-minute workout that's so intense that it burns as many calories as most 45-minute workouts, then, I'm all for it. That's just me though. Mind you, I'm more of the slow and steady type of guy, but, I don't like that approach with my actual workouts. I like to go fast and furious if at all possible, and then save my slow and steady for my day-to-day consistency routine, And I forgot to mention, I have one more bullet under the muscle growth, you'll experience over time when you add in the deadlift movement into your workout. This here is going to help burn more calories at rest throughout the day. So, you work out for your however many minutes to an hour or whatever, and you burn some calories, right? But when you add resistance training like this with the deadlifts, then your body, if you're not aware of this, continues to burn calories. It continues to consume calories throughout the day, even while you're resting. And I think the number is up to, 72 hours or something like that, 48 to 72 hours. So basically up to 3 days, you could potentially be, continuously burning calories. And that's aside from any additional workouts that you do between that time. So generally you do a workout, rest, workout, you know what I mean? So we can go on and on here. I think that's enough with the metabolism, but it's just something to think about, I don't want to drag it on too long, but so let's move on to benefit number 7. And we're talking about how deadlifts carry less risk during failed repetitions. And here's what we're talking about with this less risk and when you get to that failure point, when you get to that max point. Now, all of the other benefits up to now have all been based on scientific research, but there are some subjective benefits, I would have to label it as. There's some of these subjective benefits of deadlifts that make them an effective exercise in practice. So for example, deadlifts allow you to lift large amounts of weight without positioning the weight on top of you. So without putting yourself in danger of injury, So let's say you're going for max reps or maybe even, max weight. There's less chance of causing major injuries because here's the thing. When you get to that point of exhaustion, all you have to do when you're in a deadlift, all you have to do is safely drop the weight. And you'll most likely do that without injuring yourself. You know what I mean? Now, if we're going to compare that to, other exercises like the barbell back squat or even a simple bench press, like these exercises, they're great exercises. They're also effective training methods, but you generally can't risk going as heavy without a spotter. You know what I mean? Because once you get to that point of failure, that point of absolute exhaustion, you can literally get crushed by the weight. So that being said, if you typically work out alone, then deadlifts are a good way to safely add heavier training to your workouts without risking injury. And now I've got one more bonus benefit for you. I love bonuses. They're like unexpected surprises. So here we have hidden benefit number 8. Or should I call it, bonus benefit number one? I don't know. Not sure. You decide. I'll just drop the knowledge on you, and you can sort it out. So number 8, benefit number 8, or bonus benefit number 1, is simplicity of the equipment. So this is another one of those subjective types of benefits of these deadlifts. I have to admit, how amazingly simple the exercise is, and how equally simple is like the needed equipment to perform said move, the deadlift. Think about it. All you really need is a barbell and some plates, and that's it. That's the base. That's the starting point. But you can use other things like, a weighted object with a handle. I think they call them kettlebells. It's one compact piece of equipment to perform the movement, and you're good. That's it. Simple, simple, simple. Not like, other exercises that kind of require specific equipment or, access to a power rack, if you know what I mean. But deadlifts aren't like that. They're very, they're very minimalistic. Like the exercise itself is very minimalistic for the amount of benefits that you get from them. It's super simple, they're awesome in my opinion. And, so there you have it. 7 + 1 hidden benefits of the deadlift. I love this exercise for so many reasons. Again, it's simple. You can go heavy. You can go light with tons of reps. You can add them in between other exercises to add in variety. You can go super heavy and slow to really build some massive power. You can go light and speedy, and to work more on endurance, conditioning, and more core stabilization, things like that. Super, super, super versatile move, in my opinion. And so, with all that said and done, that's it, you guys. That's my show for today. I hope you find some valuable information here, and if nothing else, I hope I've entertained you for a few minutes and was able to bring you a little manly sunshine to your day. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to listen to me. It's very much appreciated. And look, your health and fitness goals are easier to achieve than you might think. First and foremost, it's all about getting your mind straight right from the get-go. And so I've got a freebie for you called the 10 Dasplanation Mind Hacks that'll help you whip your mind into shape so you can turn around and whip your body into shape. That sounds good to you? Then head on over to podcast.dasplanation.com/mindhacks to get your freebie today and start using these 10 hacks to exercise consistently and create the real and lasting results that you're truly after and that you absolutely deserve. That's podcast.dasplanation.com/mindhacks. Again, that's podcast.dasplanation.com/mindhacks. Be in the know starting right now. Until our next chat, take care now. Bye.